Hi everyone. Our today's topic is WebNet. So it's a deep generative model of raw video waveform. So basically this is used for text to speech conversion. As of now we have multiple methods, multiple algorithm for text to speech conversion. Sorry, but none of them are as good as WebNet. This algorithm is developed by DeepMind Google Research Unit. Now coming to our today's agenda, introduction of WebNet and comparison with other existing technology in terms of text to speech conversion. Second one is single dimensional versus high dimensional series sequence. Basically, we will use this WebNet from this text to speech conversion algorithm and we will implement it in the time series algorithm. So we will check in order to solve high dimensional series how WebNet is useful. Coming to the architecture, we will discuss all the architecture inside and deep learning units and its concept. Coming to the demo part, like we will discuss on 14 lakh of Wikipedia traffic prediction data and we will use WebNet for this. So basically we divide it into 7 parts. The first one is EDA of web page features and traffic visualization. So here we will do all those EDA. I will show you how the data looks like, what are the features, underground feature, or what are the feature we can visualize like traffics. And coming to the second one, like feature creation, what are the other feature than traffic, daily traffic counts we can create. For example, holidays or like weekdays, weekends, or like seasonal based quarter, month end, month start. There are multiple features we can create, or if you want, like we can give some other features, external features based on your desire. Coming to the trend test split data set, we will use here walk forward split method to split the trend test data. And next is a feature encoding and decoding. So basically we will use all those traffic visualization traffic counts and all those extra feature which we created, we will encode it and we will create a decoder function also, so that we will pass that encoded data into our model and then we will get the decoded one after the model, and then uh, like we will get the prediction and we will pass it to decoding model and we will get them. I will explore those things in the practical example. Coming to the fifth point, we will going to use WebNet model for building, and we will do some changes in order to handle the time series prediction. So basically we will modify the head layer and we will train the model after our encoding data. Now coming to the sixth point, this is like loss calculation. So there will be some loss in validation and training data. So we will calculate those loss and visualize it. Coming to the seventh point is the last one, that we will do the prediction for next 60 days of traffic for each of the web pages. So suppose we have like 14 lakhs web pages, we will do the prediction for each of them, and then we will see the some of the visualization, some of the pages visualization. We'll pause for some time. Coming to the introduction of web pages, WebNet. So WebNet is a powerful new predictive technique that uses multiple deep learning strategies from computer vision and audio signal processing models and applies them to longitudinal time series data. And it was developed, as I already mentioned, it is developed by artificial intelligence firm DeepMind and currently powers the Google Assistant voice. So basically, it is a sequential data, and so we can use those the same WebNet for our purpose for our time series algorithm also. So basically, if you will see in the right side, there are some other algorithm is listed on the scale of 1 to 5. There listing value is mentioned here. So if you will see that the first one in US English is a concatenative algorithm, and there is a parametric algorithm, this 3.86 and 3.67, and human speech if you will see 4.55. So in comparison to these concatenative and parametric, WebNet performs quite well. It's a 4.25 on the scale of 1 to 5. Same for Mandarin Chinese. So we can see that text to speech conversion, it perform quite well in comparison to other algorithm. There are some other advantage also in spite of this improvement in the sense of mimic voice. So it's like, I already shown you like parametric model. So this parametric model typically generates audio signals by passing their outputs through the signal processing algorithm known as VAS code. So VAS code is nothing but a signal processing unit, and you will get a text input and convert into some other waveform, and then you pass it through the VAS code to get a proper speech. But in WebNet, it changed the total paradigm by directly modeling the raw waveform into audio signal. Basically, you will get the text data and pass it to your WebNet, and you will get the proper audio signal. So, and it is like more natural in sounding. As I shown you in the previous slide, it is very close to your human speech. Apart from normal audio sounding, it also used for music creation like piano tuning and other music tunes. But we are not going to discuss on its text to speech conversion. If you want to explore more, you can go to this link deepmind.com, and there you will see that for each of the web pages. Let me go through that once. So if you'll see here, this is called as a talkative machine also, and if you will see there is other algorithm and these things architecture I will explain you here. It is like the performance for each of the model on English text data. So if you'll see this parametric, concatenative, and WebNet. So if I can't show you right now, but if you want, you can explore this. You will see that WebNet perform quite well. Means it will overcome the normal robotic sound which we used to listen. So okay, coming to our presentation now. So basically, I will go through this WebNet. I will use this WebNet, but we will implement this for the time series data, not the text to speech conversion. So why we can use this? Because of its cross-functional deep networking quality. So this, as we know that text to speech is a text is somehow a sequential data. So and our time series is also a sequential data. So we can implement the same algorithm in our case after a few modification, after a few tweak in the architecture. Coming to the time series, there are two kind of data we have. One is like single series sequence. What is single series sequence? It is a sequence in which you have to predict a single prediction for a single page. Suppose it's a Wikipedia page like series 1 or a sales of a particular company or a sales of a particular mart. So you have to give a prediction for that count only. For a particular cell or particular company cell or like Wikipedia pages. So if you'll see here in the series 1, it is showing 23, 25, 28. So continuously you have to predict for the next time span, for the next time intervals. So basically to solve this, we have a couple of available model like ARIMA model as I listed here. There are some other models also like Abby Prophet. We can pass this and we can get the output. But if we have a multi-series sequence data, suppose if we have to predict the sales of each of the product from a particular company. How you will do that? So suppose this series 1 is like my product 1, product 2, product 3, and you have to predict for each series, each product, we have listed value here, daily count, and for series 2 we have this. So for product 3 we have this. So we have to predict for the next time interval. So in that case, we can still use ARIMA. Yes, we can still use ARIMA, but we have to pass it through a for loop kind of thing. Like we will train our ARIMA model with this series 1, and we will get the prediction. Again we will use series 2, again we will get the prediction, same for series 3. The problem here is like we can see that there is two problems. The first one is time consuming. It will consume use time. Suppose here we can see like 3 series only, but in case if you have like thousands of series, like lakhs of series, so how you will deal with that? Yes, you can use a for loop and then you can train your model. This is the first disadvantage, like a computation. The second thing is a hyperparameter tuning. If you will try to tune your if you want to tune your PDQ value for each of the series, you have to do it manually, one by one. You have to write code. That will be use code also, use computation also, and it will be very hard to maintain for thousands of series. So basically, you can use AutoArima to solve, but it will take lot more than computation time than this ARIMA model. Same for the ABBYProfit also, like it is dealing with a single series sequence. So to overcome this problem, we have a WebNet model. We know that WebNet has a like deep learning architecture. It took multiple input from its input side, and it gives a output for different values. So we will explore those things. I don't want to confuse it in between, so we'll explore those things. So basically we will use here WebNet to handle this multiple series sequence data without without expending more resource or more computation time. Okay,